To Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now Hall to start the drive. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Hall again on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Second and 9. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field, where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Raiders sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 1st down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Remain for 2nd down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. This is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Damiere Byrd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
On first down, right back to Hall. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Hall. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. To throw is Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. Last play, they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing now is Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game, and since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go, but they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically picking 6 points the other way, but what I like most about it was how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Colin Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have regained the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Oh, that's a big let off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, look at the catch there by Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Wilson to Moore there for a Jets first.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
Wilson will throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to go up top again. And this is caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 46 yards as they have taken the lead. Now Nevis for the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Jets 17, Raiders 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
One more time.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. To throw his Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. That's complete right around the 8. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll go down as a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. The quick slant caught. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. And Carr's going to keep it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. That's going to be caught along the sideline. And what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Out now Andrew Mevis for the field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Mevis knocks this one through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent
trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Wilson. Pushes him over, and he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They go play action with Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes him from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
One more time with Hall. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. Running right through it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Davis knocks this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On second down, here's Carr. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacob. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Carr. And he fires one, but incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And it's gonna be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jets are gonna get the football here in great field position. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Running left, it's Hall. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hall again. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing now is Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Mevis knocks this one through. And it will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Carr. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now Carr. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play.